Region, Asia. Unit 4, Age of Imperialism. Western imperialism affected Asia drastically, and some changes are still visible today. Focusing on the imperialism of the Philippines and India, a first example is that people in these countries still wear Western style clothing, such as suits. When the United States were occupying the Philippines, their education systems and other social programs provided a foundation for democracy. In India, under British occupation, there were cultural changes, like widows allowing to remarry rather than suicide. In politics today, India is the world's largest democracy. In both the Philippines and India, English is spoken there today. A legacy of imperialism in Asia can be represented by the Dutch imperialism to Indonesia. In social aspects, the Dutch forced together different tribes and villages, despite them all having their own complex relationships, trade routes, and different ethnic groups. However, there was a good outcome, as the Dutch revolutionized modern medicine and education. When the government of the Netherlands took over after the Dutch East India Company went bankrupt, they constructed projects that greatly improved the infrastructure of Indonesia, including a system to transport clean water through many settlements. In political aspects, people of Indonesia were under the controlling and direct Dutch imperialism for nearly 400 years. However, upon gaining freedom in 1945, Indonesia's politics were in good shape. This is because Indonesia set up its own constitution, and they were able to, because higher class Indonesians were more involved with the government during Dutch imperialism. Today, Indonesia is a forward-looking republic. The Dutch didn't introduce them to the best system of government in the beginning, but in the long run, they helped steer the Indonesian to a good future government. In an economical aspect, the Dutch opened up numerous trade routes with neighboring countries, making Indonesia's economy flourish. Indonesia had a natural abundance of valuable resources, making it very popular with trading. However, Indonesia was exploited for their resources. This was because they sold them to Europeans for far less than what they could have gotten for selling them themselves to foreign countries. Ultimately, Indonesians had accomplished setting up many extremely important and valuable trade routes internationally. When the country was free, they had a vast network of trade to buy and sell goods on. This network continues today, and some people believe that without this imperialism from the Dutch, the advancements in economics wouldn't be possible. Overall, the Dutch helped give Indonesians the means to harvest their natural resources and pave the way for them to modernization. In conclusion, when the West imperialized Asian countries, there was disunity among people, loss of independence or rights, and exploitation of resources. However, there were positive impacts as well, such as the introduction of trade, education, and spread of tolerance.